Hello, Montgomery. We know this year has looked a little different, and because of that, most of you have not had a chance to talk to teachers about what classes to take next year. So, in order to make up for that, we've prepared a short video to really highlight some of the electives we have around the school.
Mrs. Carpenter, and among the classes that I teach, one of them happens to be online creative writing. This class is really special to me. It's something that I started about 3 years ago now. It's entirely online, but I still get to work with all of my students regularly. And what's really nice about it is that it fits into everyone's schedule because they slip it into whatever free period students have. It's really fun because we get a chance to explore the things in writing that we don't normally get to do in class because of time or because they don't fit with whatever subject you're learning. It is, of course, open to sophomores, juniors, and seniors, and we study short fiction, poetry, and screenplay writing, so like the script for movies. So far, it's been a really big hit. We usually enter the Scholastic Art and Writing competition in the fall, and we've had a great success there with students winning second and first place finishes and moving on to national writing. So it's kind of a good opportunity to get some exposure in your writing and to practice writing for competition or publication, but also just a really good outlet for being creative and having fun. Exploring different facets of fairy tales and narration and how to write a whole character, how to write a surprise ending, all kinds of things that we don't normally get a chance to take time to do. Another perk of this, though, is that because we're exploring all of these different aspects of writing, including in different types of poetry and fiction, students who go on to take courses like Honors 11 or AP Lit have come back and told me how much this type of writing, has helped them in those classes. So not only is it something that's fun and a nice outlet for students, but it's an opportunity for the students to grow and an opportunity for them to be able to use these skills going forward, not just here, but hopefully beyond, and to provide an opportunity just to be creative and to do things and see things a different way.
My name is Gabe McNear, and I am a sophomore who currently takes creative writing. This past year in creative writing, I was actually awarded a national medal for the class, and I'm here to convince you to take creative writing next year. Creative writing is a class definitely for people who enjoy writing because there is a lot of it. But even if you're not the greatest writer at the moment, it's definitely a class that will challenge you and really bring out the creative aspects of your mind. And throughout the day, it's just really nice to escape from normal classes and be able to go put my thoughts on paper and be creative.
Mrs. Carpenter, and one of the courses that I teach all of the sophomore English, but in addition to just CP English, I also teach Honors English. In Honors English, I get a lot of questions, especially from students who are not familiar with honors courses, about what it's going to be like. Honors English is a slightly faster paced version of English class. It's a study of American literature. We focus on a play like The Crucible. We talk about banned books. We talk about different books in different time periods and whether history is still relevant, which is really cool as a focus of our literature. Students in Honors English will write significantly because the intent is to prepare you for Honors 11 and then hopefully AP Literature and then later on college-bound and college-type writing. It's a really fun course because there's a lot of discussion. There's a lot of in-depth analysis. We got to read a lot of classic literature and classic texts. So it's kind of a nice challenge, but you have to be willing to do work, to work independently, to work outside of class, and to put in the time in the reading and the effort. So it's a little bit of a challenge there. If you have any questions, you're welcome to visit me at any time.
Hi, my name is Mr. Wren, and I'm here talking about our songwriting class. Songwriting class is open to any student in 9th through 12th grade that wants to learn basically how to put their creative ideas into concrete songs And we work through all the aspects of music and how to get that done both digitally as well as acoustically with instruments, whether it's piano, guitar, or anything else they'd like to try. In guitar class, we like to give you the basics of playing the acoustic guitar, from strumming patterns and chords to learning how to play the electric guitar, how to play the bass, and how to put it all together and get you started down your journey on learning to play the guitar.
Hi, my name is Mrs. McNear, and I teach the vocal music and communications courses here at Montgomery in the high school. A way that I like to describe what I do is I basically teach anything that has to do with the voice and communicating something, whether that be through theater, whether it's through singing, or through broadcasting with the news. On the art side of things, I'll start off with vocal workshop. This is for anybody who may be interested in singing, and we're very, very lucky to have this class here in such a small school where you're able to basically get voice lessons on school time without having to go elsewhere outside of school and being charged for lessons. I think one thing I want to make sure that I point out is if you did hear that this year our students weren't able to sing as much, that is absolutely true because of the COVID restrictions, but we now have singing masks and are coming back strong, and the class should look a lot more like the traditional format next year. If you are interested more in the theater side of things, we offer theater for all 4 years in high school, as well as musical theater for all 4 years in high school. And basically the only difference there is if you're more interested in the musical side and the singing side of theater, you would take musical theater. If you're more interested in the acting and technical and writing side of theater, you would focus just on the course that's listed as theater.
So for vocal workshop, we do a lot of singing, obviously. We do a lot of one-on-one with Mrs. McNear, which is really nice to work on technique and with what we want to excel in with our singing. We work together on collabing with a lot of different song choices, a lot of different genres. We also work a lot, so if you sing a song for vocal workshop, you can also sing it for virtuoso if you're into doing that, which helps a lot because you can work on that, which will help with the virtuoso show. You also get a chance to sing with other students, which is really nice because you get to not only better yourself, but better the person you're working with. And it's just a really great class to have if you're really into perfecting your voice and perfecting your technique for singing if you're really passionate about it.
The other part of my day is spent with communications courses, which come in the form of our broadcasting program. We have now built up to offer this program also for all 4 years of high school. You do not need to take all 4 years, but if you would want to, your first level would be Broadcasting 1. Then we have Broadcasting 2, then Broadcasting Production and Design, and the last level is Communications. Basically in those courses, if you are interested at all in putting together the Rater Review, you would focus on that mostly in the first level of broadcasting to learn the basics of interview skills and camera skills. Moving on up then through the other levels of the classes, you take on more project management, writing the copy, which is writing the questions and the material that goes into the broadcast, doing specialty film projects, short creative film projects, and ultimately again when our COVID restrictions are lifted, getting students out and about to actually do job shadows and do projects for area businesses so that they can actually apply all of the work that we've done here.
Hi, I'm Colton Hessler and I take Broadcasting 2. Broadcasting is a really fun class because in broadcasting, one, you actually learn the ins and outs of a camera and how to take good looking shots. And then once you get into the upper levels, you get to make projects based on your interest. So if you want to make sports-related videos, you can, or you can make them about anything. It's such a fun and creative class. I really recommend that everyone takes broadcasting.
Hello there, I'm here to talk to you a little bit about the animal science course offering. The animal science class is really the last of the courses that we put together for our ag program here at Montgomery High School. It's basically, as you might guess, all about animals. We start out talking about how we use animals in food production, how producers will raise those. We talk a little bit about the cellular level. We get pretty scientific about that. Then we look at nutrition, we look at growth, we look at reproduction. We talk a little bit about different breeding techniques and how the animals have evolved. And then finally we get into a little bit of the business side. If you wanted to be a producer or a manager in an agriculture arena that involves animal agriculture, then this is the class for you.
Hi, I'm Caitlin Taylor and I'm currently taking animal science. In animal science, we've learned about animal genetics, animal welfare, animal nutrition, animal reproduction, and a whole bunch of other different content related to all animal species, while also taking and doing a compilation of all things on how you can take care of your own animals later on down the road.
Hello there, this is Mr. Ulrich here to tell you a little bit about our Ag Mechanics class here at Montgomery High School. The Ag Mechanics class is designed to address a lot of the things that we didn't have here at Montgomery a few years ago that were mechanically oriented. We've had a great construction program. We have an excellent precision metal program and a drawing program, but we never offered we haven't for years offered anything mechanical. So this class is designed to get students involved in power mechanics. So we start with a small gas engine unit where students will tear an engine completely down and put it all back together according to specifications and get it to run. Then we move into a welding and fabrication unit. So you can look here in the background. We have a full shop here with welding booths, welders, cutting torches, and the like. Something that you would find in many welding and fab shops or even a lot of the ag mechanic shops in the area. Then we start to apply some of those things. In years past, we've made a log splitter. Students would learn safety with chainsaws and actually use that. Here this year, we're building a diesel engine bench. We've torn the diesel engine completely down. We're putting that back together, and we hope to have that running pretty soon. We'll keep that here as a module for learning. On this side of me, it doesn't look like much right now, but this is a Gravely tractor. And we are stripping that all the way down, rebuilding it, and very carefully restoring it, painting it up like brand new. We use some GPS technology in this class. We'll actually drive a tractor, and we'll use GPS to steer that and make sure that it's going on the correct track for things like pulling a sprayer or doing fertilizer application.
Hi, I'm Peyton Harmon, and I took the Ag Mechanics course my 9th grade freshman year. And the stuff that I learned in ag mechanics was how to rebuild and build an engine and how to fix an engine, how to weld with certain welds such as MIG weld and TIG weld, and how to drive a tractor responsibly while dispersing certain items on a field. Ag mechanics is a great class for kids who want to learn about the agriculture experience and how to take care of a farm responsibly and how to do more hands-on items instead of just sitting at home.
Hello, this is Mr. Ulrich, and I'm here to talk to you a little bit about our environmental science class. The environmental science class is pretty much aligned with the Pennsylvania Envirothon. So there are 4 different units that we cover throughout the year. We begin with a forestry unit. We'll do a leaf collection. We'll go out to the natural area out at the complex and look at the trees and then learn to identify them, talk about how they're used in Pennsylvania industry and responsible forestry. Then we move into an aquatic ecology unit. Out there at the complex again, we have a Black Hole Creek flowing right through the middle of a pristine forest, and we also raise trout. So in the background here, We are raising rainbow trout. Sometimes we raise brook trout through the Pennsylvania Fish and Boat Commission's Trout in the Classroom initiative. All of that is to talk about how important good water quality is and ways that we can keep our water and our environment clean. The next thing that we talk about is a wildlife unit. And in there, if you're interested in the outdoors or you have any hunting background at all, that makes it a little bit easier. We look at most of the species in Pennsylvania that run wild in the woods, including white-tailed deer, black bear, turkey. We also cover a lot of the species that are found in the water as well. We talk a little bit about frogs and toads and all of these things that are very, very environmentally sensitive. Rounding out all of these units of study is soil and land use. And we take a look at the different municipalities in our school district and how they have set maybe some wilderness aside and they protect that area. So we look at how local government is involved in environmental issues as well. So if you like the outdoors, if you like learning about Pennsylvania's wild and pristine forests and waters, this would be a good class for you.
Hi, I'm Caleb Trotter, and I'm taking the environmental science class. Environmental science is about our ecosystem that we live in and how everything in this ecosystem affects each other and how the environment is affected by everything. One thing I like about the environmental science class is we do a lot of activities and we go on field trips, and they are all informational. So we learn a lot during the class, and then you have all this experience afterwards. And I just love how the class is very helpful for my future and any other future that I might have.
Case Plant Science is a course that we offer here at Montgomery High School that actually offers college credit. That, and along with the animal science class, which we just started here this year at Montgomery, are two classes that Delaware Valley, Cornell, and New Jersey, Rutgers and New Jersey all take. If you take the course and pass it, you automatically get credits at that college. Plant science basically is, as you might guess, all about plants. We do talk a little bit about soils in the beginning, and then we get into the plant tissues, including the roots, stem, the leaves, and how all of those cells work together. Then we get into the plant nutrition, the macronutrients, nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, along with the micronutrients that plants need to grow. And then we look at plant health and reproduction. So it is another biology type class that just is all about plants.
Hi, I'm Gabe Wright. I took plant science last year. Plant science is a great class taught by Mr. R for anyone potentially interested in, I guess, anything plant science related. Goes over forestry, horticulture, all that jazz. We learn out of a book. It's Mr. R, he took some time out of his life to go get certified for the class. It's very informative. You go on some field trips and you learn a lot about dirt, soil, trees, different plants. You have some projects. It's a good time. Really nice for anybody who just kind of wants to take a sit back and learn what an upper level class is more like.
The Ag program at Montgomery High School was born with BioAg STEM. The class was created to help students do a little bit better on the Keystone Bio test by doing mostly application with agriculture and natural resources. And we found that students liked it so much that we created a whole lot of other classes as well. So along with that, we have the other course offerings at Montgomery High School. BioAg STEM is kind of the all-encompassing one. We talk about water, soil, plants, animals, and biotechnology are the major units in that course. And if maybe taking advanced biology or physics is not for you, this is probably a really good option.
My name's Colby Springman. I take BioAg.
And the reason I like bioag is it gives you a different light on farming experience.
Hi guys, I'm Mr. Brown, and you're checking out my STEM 2 class right now. This class is great if you want to do anything that is STEM related for competition or personal interest. We've got kids working on TSA projects, battle bots, or right now you can even see this guitar project that we're working on, where we start with the wood finishing side, and then we move into the electronics side, and we look at what science allows guitar strings to make musical notes. Check out STEM 2 when you are looking at your scheduling this spring 2021.
My name's Brianna Twig. I've taken STEM 1, 2, and 3 as well as participated in TSA. Here's an example of a project that I designed and made in STEM and later entered into a TSA competition. Overall, I enjoyed getting to do hands-on projects every day and using my creativity.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Snyder. I'm the new family consumer science teacher and culinary teacher. Next year we have a variety of new things that should be happening. We're hoping to change up the curriculum a little bit and start doing some regional cuisines. Every marking period will be a little bit of something different. We might do a Mediterranean area. We're going to definitely be doing the United States and the different regions within the U.S. And we're going to do it as 8 marking periods of different regions. We're very excited to try something different, and those foods that we're learning about in class with those regions will also be taken over into the restaurant and served to the staff and hopefully the students again soon. We're also hoping to be introducing a new meat fabrication class. That class will be talking about the basic butchering skills and then how to preserve the different meats and how to use it for entrees as well as for appetizers and things.
So, you should take AP Psychology. And the reason is because it's an awesome class. So in AP Psychology, we go over all sorts of things, everything from emotions to personalities to psychological disorders to social influences in psychology. What it is basically the mind and behavior, why we think and act the way we do. AP classes are designed to be college level. With that, yes, it's going to be more difficult than a high school class, but it should be a great challenge, especially if you consider going to college later. An added benefit of AP classes in general is the fact that you can earn college credits early while in high school if you do well enough on the College Board exam in the spring. That's a great opportunity. In the long run, it can save you money. So think about AP Psych. It's a fun class. You'll learn a lot and maybe even earn college credits for free.
Hello, I'm Colin, and I was currently enrolled in AP Psych this year. And for those who are wondering, AP Psych is a very entertaining, interesting class. You learn so much about the brain, how it works, and everything that goes into it. I would recommend it for anyone who's looking for a challenge and is looking to earn themselves college credits.
Hi, I want to take a minute to talk about AP US History. So AP US History, you're probably thinking history, and isn't that a hard class? And I'll say, yeah, it is a hard class, but it's worth it. Because AP US History, where you learn about so many various topics and themes and people, that it will be an interesting and exciting class. It's fast-paced. We will cover a lot of material from pre-Columbian America all the way through yesterday, if we can get there. With AP classes, another added benefit is the fact that you can earn college credits by performing well enough on the College Board exam in the spring. So if you're going to go to college, what better way to challenge yourself but by taking an AP class right now, like AP US History, and understanding the broader scope of American society, history, and social sciences in general.
Hi, I'm Kennedy Marsh, and I'm currently taking AP United States History, better known as APUSH. APUSH is a class that starts with pre-colonial America, and it goes up into the war on terrorism with 9/11 and things like that. Obviously, with most AP classes, there is a test at the end of the year, which gives you the chance to show what you know and possibly even get some college credit. The other thing, too, with this course is that it's definitely a challenge. It's not easy, but it also is definitely worth it if you want to be more prepared for college level classes later on.
Hi, I'm Miss Eichner, and you should definitely join Yearbook because it is a fun, awesome club where we get to take pictures, we get to be creative, and we create a professional quality book that we sell, and it gets distributed to all the students and faculty and staff, and we get to document the year and really make it our own with the Montgomery identity in mind.
Hi, I'm Kylie. I'm a yearbook editor this year. Yearbook is one of the classes that's fitting for everybody. You get to express yourself and highlight the students and all their achievements and what's going on throughout the school.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Samsel. I'm the high school art teacher here at Montgomery High School. I'd like to tell you guys a little bit about what high school art has to offer. We have an Art 1 through 4 program here at the high school. What students basically learn, they learn all types of languages of visual arts, including the framework of elements and the principles of design, such as line, shape, form, value, space, texture, and color. We also emphasize rhythm, movement, unity, pattern, and contrast. Students learn about graphic pencil drawings, and this form of artwork we learn about linear perspective. We also learn acrylic painting techniques, such as basic color mixing, and the proper techniques of ceramics as well as pottery. Additionally, students will gain an understanding of the creative process through visual problem solving, brainstorming, editing, and reworking and reflection. Historical and contemporary artists and styles will also be incorporated into many projects in order to provide cultural understanding and context. As a department, we feel very strongly that all art students at Montgomery will be able to gain an appreciation for all the visual arts and a sense of pride in their accomplishments.
Hello, I'm Gavin. I'm a member of our art class. So basically what we do in our class, we just get a whole bunch of different projects, like we did our portfolios at the beginning of the year, and right now we're working on our finals. And basically what we do is we get projects and we'll work through them and we'll figure out what we're doing with Mrs. Stamsel and the help of others around us. And we just work on our projects and make projects that express ourselves and represent ourselves in the field of the visual arts or not.
Hi there, I'm Mr. Flick, and I teach Introduction to Web Page Development. And it's a class that we teach through Penn College now. So it does earn you 3 credits at Pennsylvania College of Technology, and you can complete it right here. It deals with HTML and CSS, which are 2 computer languages that you would learn that are used on the web. So you would learn kind of the ins and outs of how to design different web pages. And by the end of the course, you get to make your own web page based on your interests. So that's a fun part of the class. I taught this class at Penn College for several semesters. So it's truly a college level course, which makes it a nice challenge and gets you used to what things might look like at the college level.
The web design class is really, really fun. Honestly, one of my favorites that I've ever really had in high school. I think it's a great opportunity to really learn what makes up all the web pages that we visit on the internet. I mean, we interact with it in this day and age pretty much every day, so it's interesting to see the behind action. But it's interesting, it's fun, and I'd recommend the class to anyone.